Hey, hello! I'm Marco, and this is ICAP, the National Commercial Archeology Preservation Group. Cap, like a dollar cap, you keep history in. Commercial history and commercial news. Speaking of history, I remember I was in Central America on a mission trip. One of the 4 mission trips, especially the first one. Wow, what a experience. This was throughout the whole up to 7 countries. No, actually 5 countries. Costa Rica, Nicaragua, Honduras, El Salvador, and Guatemala, and returned back. Panama was the 2nd year. By the 4th year, we went to Belize as well. Alright. The first trip, it was interesting because I'll tell you why. Because they're really different. First, I saw a lot of homes have bars. Look like a prison, every single house. It's because that's all they could afford for security. And they have fence all wrapped around, all bare concrete fence. I mean, cellar block with mortar. But on top, they use broken wine glass or soda glass on top. Dimension with it. Because if you climbed over, you cut your hand. Like that. When you fall, cut your stomach. Alright. That's because a lot of the region have higher crime. But here's what's more interesting related to commercial. It's because it's commercial. Yet, I've seen machine guns in bank. But also, finally went to a fast food restaurant in Central America, which was, I went to one in Costa Rica, but in the guard, too many people at this Burger King in San Jose area, Tiba, Tiba. But anyway, it was in El Salvador. It was hot, sweating like this in a town called San Miguel. That's the name time, San Miguel, because it's so hot. The M. San Miguel. That's the eastern part of El Salvador. A few hours away from San Salvador, the capital. Alright, we went to a Burger King. I told the guy, excuse me, I need to go to the bathroom and get something. There's a Burger King. Stop there. So, quickly, with perfect timing. Pull right out, just like that. You heard me. Clear. Pull right out. Went right out. When, then I saw the car with AK-47. Yeah. Security with a gun inside Burger King. And I evaluate, though it must be very common throughout Central America and all over the world. They have security like that. If you're a tourist, you'll be expected to see that in any of those fast food restaurants. Burger King, McDonald's, Wendy's, you name it. Even foreign fast food restaurant like Pollo Capital. Whatever chains out there. They their alarm because the alarms are not effective. It's cheaper to have with the guard. And right at the spot to stop. If there's going to be an armed robbery, they're done. Yeah, the robbers are done. I'm talking about decapitated. Yeah, not prison. Decapitated. No matter what. Done. So, yeah, it can be dangerous. That was just hours that was before we went through that man with a machete. A few days before that. So it's very common in third world, in foreign countries, they have such security. It can happen in the United States. It will happen. They already started with the airline, with air marshals, ever since 2001. But of course, the air marshal will not shoot, because if you do, it's called depressurization. If the bullet this small, can rip big as my arm down, wide space, or bigger, cause all the air ductation out, dangerous. So, they will eventually, and every other thing. Shopping malls are getting more security now. Yeah. And the skating rink. Because a lot of the teens are getting more into trouble. Eventually, you'll see many places do. They already have done that with bars, the nightclub. But with those, there's a lot of misconception with those security at bars and nightclubs, to tell you the truth. Because I've seen it happen where we have experienced it, where we've seen it. There's a lot of abuse in that. Like with my brother a long time ago back in Syracuse, that somebody picked on a friend of ours. My brother did stop. My brother's friend did stop. But the security thinks that he's the one that started it. So, and my brother got mad at security. Had to lift about 300 pounds and threw him right through the wall. Yep. And the state found out that they were doing all wrong, illegal, and all that, closed the business for good. Because if you're being punished with 30-day suspension of your license to serve alcohol, without that, nobody could have come. So they had to close for 30 days, and they lost all that money. They closed for good. And that same owner closed the other one up in Liverpool. Well, now, with me, I did nothing. I sat down with my drink. And I was just looking around. And this guy wanted to come up and get me out. And I told him, you're going to be closed in 6 months. Less than a year. Yep, they're closed just like that. Can I spread the word around? They're bad. This other guy, I knew him. He's a real nice guy. No, doesn't make any sense. I told him that. Feel bad he lost his job. But that one had to learn. And the owner had to learn. Oh yeah, he's got a lot of trouble. Because somebody in that same place decapitated another somewhere else. And the state investigator suspended the license permanently, not temporarily for 30 days. Permanent, because that's murder. Another one in Syracuse, they had to close too, because the bouncer didn't like one guy, grabbed him and threw him right to the street, not the parking lot, to the street, just in time for a car to run over. So, it forced them to close immediately. Yep, the police forced them to close. The state got the word the next day. That's it, closed, done, out. So, our security good for a business? It depends. You gotta be very careful who you hire to be your security for your business. Abuses will not be tolerated. Like what happened with those 3 cases that I explained there. One with my brother, one for me, and one of the victims that was killed by a car on the road because the bouncer threw her right at it. So, everything, there's no nightclub in Syracuse anymore. Nope. Just a small bars around. Just, it wasn't any good. And I heard some trouble over at another place 40 minutes away from Syracuse. And same story. The real security with the gun are really different than bouncers. Totally different. It's because they have law enforcement experience. That one, law enforcement experience at Burger King in San Miguel, El Salvador. In the U.S., bouncers, they're not really trained for that. It's just that big muscle. And the owner thinks, all right, that's fine. That's not right. So, everybody be careful what you do out there when you do business. Whatever, you just want to go have fun or you go shopping. But don't do the crime or you do the dime in time. It means you got to pay the dime and do the time. It's all match the IME with the medic. So, thanks for watching. Be good. Ciao.